Hey y'all, I'm back. Ooh Lord, I'm about to break my neck in this chair. Today's message is more about parenting and teaching our children messages and things like that. So I am a high school teacher, substitute teacher, but high school nonetheless. I high school every day. And yesterday I was in a classroom and two of the girls were near my desk talking, and then they asked me a question and just taught me this whole little message, or gave me this message unintentionally, but they still gave me the message. So the girls were talking about boys and talking about dating, and then one of the girls says, "Miss Channing, is it weird if someone doesn't like black guys, like they don't date black guys?" And I said, "Someone like who?" She said, "Someone like anyone." And I said, "Well, another black person?" Because the girl was black. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm talking about me. I don't like black guys. I don't date black guys." And I said, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I only like white guys and Mexican guys and Asians, or anyone who isn't black." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because black guys lie and they cheat and they're bad." And I said, "What experiences have you had with black guys that make you feel that way?" She basically said, "None." And I said, "Hun, look, any man can cheat. Any man can and will cheat. Not to say that all men will cheat, but it don't matter what color skin you have, you can potentially cheat. Anyone can cheat." And I said, "And you're telling me that you have no experiences with this, so what are you basing it off of?" She's like, "I don't know." And I said, "Look, babe, so you're black, which means your mom is black, your aunts are black, your grandmother, whatever, the women in your life, the majority women, primary women figures in your life are black, which means if you hear about someone's relationship and their man cheating on them or a man lying, you're hearing about it from a black woman who is dating a black man. So that is your circle that you're in, and that's why you hear that." And I said, "If you were white and you grew up around white people, or you were Asian, you grew up around Asian people, or any other race, and you grew up around those people, then you would have a story. You would have personal stories." Go tell Kingston to get it. You would have personal stories about whatever that race of men is cheating. So because you're black, that's what you're exposed to. It doesn't mean that only black men cheat, and it doesn't mean that all black men cheat. Pharaoh, don't play with me like that. Go tell Kingston to get it.
Can't get it.
Well, then you wait. And it doesn't mean that all black men cheat. And that's what basically gave me the message. First of all, whatever you give energy to, you give it life. So if you feel that all men cheat or black men cheat and blah blah blah, that's the energy you're putting out into the universe, and that's what you are attracting back to you, because that's what you're giving your attention to. All you're gonna find and all you're gonna come across is cheating black men, and that's just the reality of the situation. And so the message that gave me anyways is, we have to be careful what we teach our children and what we teach them on the subconscious level, what we unconsciously teach them and unintentionally teach them. Because this student feels that all black men cheat, probably because maybe her mother has been cheated on, her aunts, maybe she sees it in the media, maybe she overhears them talking about it, or maybe they flat out told her this man ain't shit and this blah blah blah, and those are all black men. So that's the correlation that she has created. Don't listen to my child back there crying, because it's really dramatic. Okay, he's just trying to get attention, and I'm a good mom. So anyways, yeah, so that's what the message that they taught her. And as people, we create these stories basically based off of our fears, based off of our past experiences, based off of our traumas, based off of our illusions. We create these stories, we play them over and over in our head, and then they continue to actually take form and physically repeat in life, because that's what we see and that's what we've told ourselves. And it could be totally not true, but that's where we put our energy, and that's what we feel is real. Our perception saw something in this way, we may have warped it or whatever, but that's what we give life to. And then as parents, we're hindering our children when we do that. We're hindering ourselves first and foremost, but we're not only hindering ourselves, we're hindering our children. So for example, Channing may have had a terrible experience with a poodle. The poodle bit my ankle off, took off my toe, blah 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 blah. Now a poodle can be the smallest, most harmless dog, but because I had this awful experience, I tell my children about the experience, and I basically put this fear into them. I create this fear and I make it so real for them that they fear poodles for the rest of their lives. Just because mommy said poodles are terrible and scary and don't go near them. That's not true. Poodles are like harmless little, they might be annoying or something, but they're just little small harmless dogs. But that's the story that I created. And that's life. That's what we do. So for ourselves, we have to be careful what we teach ourselves, what we tell ourselves. And a lot of it is subconscious. We have to be careful what we teach our children. We all have these great morals and values that we want to instill in our children. I'm going to make my child like this. I'm going to teach them this. They're going to know this. They're going to do that. And that's great. Those things are great. And we do teach them and we try to reinforce and reinforce. But we neglect to think about the things that we teach our children unconsciously. We don't want to be unconscious parents. We don't want to let the unconscious parenting that we do, that we're not aware of, outweigh our conscious parenting, our intentional parenting, our positive messages and all of that. And really, we probably teach our children more so based off of things they see us do, our actions or inactions. They probably learn more from that than they do from what actually comes out of our mouth. So as parents, we have to be responsible not only for ourselves and the messages and the stories that we tell ourselves and the things that we hold as truth that are probably often not reality, and we have to be responsible for our children. We don't want our children to grow up and create a life based off of our fears, based off of our illusions, based off of our past experiences, based off of the things that hinder us. So, yeah, unconscious parenting, subconscious parenting, don't let it outweigh your conscious parenting. Don't let it outweigh the actual message, the positive life that you have to bring to your children. Be aware of your positive, but be equally aware of your negative. And don't give your negative so much attention and so much energy that it continues to give it life and it continues to flourish. Be aware of it, acknowledge it, address it, and let it go. Don't keep it for yourself. Don't pass it on to your children. Don't let it rule your life. And that's it, and I gotta go because my kids are tripping. Yes.
The kind of potatoes you have